Hello there, folks, and welcome to another ALTTPR League Open League Season 4 playoff match. This is a matchup between Katie Rukawa from Blue Balls United and Jembro from Bottles on Empty. This is going to be a swordless scene. It almost has casual boots in the middle, but that appears to be a mistake. This is actually swordless. I am VXR441. Joining me on commentary is Maniacal. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, but I'm sweating a bit. I'm looking forward to this race, obviously. I think this is going to be a really good one. Ninjembro brought the series back for Bottles on Empty. Full disclosure, that is the team I am on. From an 0-2 deficit that Maximum Barnes and I had dug our team into yesterday, and has brought it back to 1-2, is going to look to try and even the series up here in a back-to-back game 3 and 4. Just saw Ninjembro take one down against Matcap earlier, and now he gets Kaeda Rukawa, who beat me yesterday in casual boots. So we'll see how Swordless goes. Now, Swordless is Kaeda Rukawa's pick of mode, or is Blue Balls United's pick of mode in the way the mode drafting works. So Kaeda has forced this on both runners, and Ninjembro just has to deal with it. So we'll see how that works out.
Okay, that was red crystal on Heron. I think Desert was the red pendant.
Yes, I thought I saw red pendant at Desert. Or one of the non-green pendants. I think it looked red to me. Oh, interesting. We have Tier 1 reds. And Kaeda Rukawa got the first drop, first 50-50 out of that Blue Guard pack as a heart. So we'll see if the Blue Guard pack progresses any. Ninjembro didn't get a drop from that sign kill. Man, Kaeda Rukawa just getting the drops. But that Tier 1 Reds pull is going to be great for both runners. And Ninjembro with the immediate saving quit. And Kaeda to match.
And some bombs in the Sanctuary.
That's an excellent thing to find early. Definitely want bombs. Bombs and rupees are the things that you're really looking for before you get over to your dense Kakariko location. So I think we're going to see both runners kind of route straight over there. Looks like Ninjembro is staying away from the Lumberjack check early, and it looks like Kaeda is doing the same. So we are screen for screen matched so far.
Yeah. Let's see what we find in the Lost Woods. Jembro picking up red rupees off the pull.
Yeah, that is a really nice Tier 1 pull to have. So, not surprised to see Ninjembro choose to leverage that. No great weapon to, like, kill the bird or anything. So, probably not getting a third tree pull out of this on the way into Kakariko, but those 200 rupees are going to set him up for everything he needs in the village.
Yep.
Yeah, so Swordless. How familiar are you with this mode, VXR?
The last time I commentated a Swordless, Hammer didn't show up for about 50-something minutes. And the Hammer's really important in Swordless because it basically is your sword.
Yes.
The damage cannon with it, you can reflect Aghanim's attacks with it.
So, can you slash open curtains and vines with the hammer?
No, those are just opened up automatically.
Exactly. So there's a small number of little overworld changes. And the casual boots have shown themselves in bottom left blinds.
Okay.
So there we go. The layout is correct once again. Ninjembro, I don't know about farming those last pots there, buddy, but, you know. Get your rupees where you can. And Ninjembro showing he has a better dash line on that screen than I do, and Kaeda is heading away from the well, going immediately back for the boots checks. This is a an interesting call.
Yeah.
We'll see if this routes up into like the lumberjack check.
I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, because yesterday Kaida and I both in our casual boots race went to the lumberjack early because like once you have one piece of what's going to get you in there, it makes a little bit more sense to give it that check. And is not saving and quitting, so yeah, looks like we are going to get that lumberjack check.
And the bottle vendor there gave a green 20, so that was one of what was going to be one of our swords, but those have been, of course, it's the swordless.
Yeah, 4 more red 20s for Kaida, finding a good opportunity for a tree pull. And learning that the lumberjacks have things to say. These early boots with no sword, really skill testing. We're seeing Kaida pick up a little bit of an accrual of bonks. Haven't caught as many of them on Ninjembro's side, but Kaida does seem to be kind of trying to really min-max some of the screens with the tight dashes. But without any sword, you're not going to be able to dash through anything the whole seed. So
Yeah.
lots of bonks today. Casual bonks. And yeah, we saw the bonk rocks didn't return anything, and neither did the lumberjacks. So Ninjembro not getting punished for missing those checks, but they will be on his radar.
And Race Game just giving us 10 bombs.
So Kaida up a couple checks, is still farming all these pots. So I guess with those boots, maybe thinking about that water walk to Zora. We saw Ninjembro go out of his way to grab that 50 rupees on the library as well. And we'll see if Ninjembro also goes to check the lumberjack. No, he's going somewhere else. Not sure where, but
Yeah, maybe a Houlihan?
Wow, yeah, looks like he's going straight for that Houlihan. That's a good read.
And then this will get Ninjembro the Zora money, although can't access it right now.
I'm not convinced that this is faster than just doing 3 tier 1 pulls from like the pickles and the signs, but it does spit him out at Link's house. I guess he does benefit from not having that 7-second save and quit as well. Either way, it's kind of a small thing. Kaida also thinking about it, going for those rupees. So Ninjembro down a check of the lumberjack location, but otherwise the runner's pretty much in lockstep. And this is what we saw earlier with the race between Ninjembro and Matcap, where they kind of just followed each other around for a large part of the seed. It ended up with something fairly linear. For me, it was a little less stressful that way, so I'm kind of hoping for that again. But Bottle at the dam for Ninjembro can't feel great.
Yeah, such as you already made you run through Cax, and you had to run back to get Sick Kid.
That said, it's not that uncommon that both players are going to do that, as we see both players are in fact doing that. So, not too bad. Bush Crab bombs today. Ninjembro's full and gonna head on over to Smoldorm Cave. I expect we'll probably see Kaida do the same here shortly.
You have to kill the mini Moldors with bombs. No other weapon.
Yeah, thankfully that blue mail is gonna help out a little bit, being able to kind of deboost and not lose too much health, not be one crab hit away from death. Oh, and
a glove and a shield, a mirror, and 2 shields.
Wow, that was a pretty loaded cave, honestly. I don't hate it. Not wild about the shields, but I mean, getting the mirror, obviously fantastic. Even picking up that heart piece for that 4th heart container, pretty nice early on.
Yeah, it's just nice. Especially since you're going through the crabs here with dashing without a sword. Although you do have blue mail, so they only do 1 hurt instead of 2. Oh, yeah. Ninjembro's taking some hits.
They do 2 hearts if you walk into them twice.
Yes,
as it turns out. You can find ways to take 2 hearts of damage from the crab. Yeah, we're seeing the expected water walk here. Sort of all of Ninjembro's play to this point has pointed to, yes, I am going to do this Zora play. And now with that glove from Smoldorm Cave, it is in logic. Kaida hitting on the 50-50 rock. Nice pickup there. He's a little lower on bombs than Ninjembro.
Oh, Caves of Maria on Hylia Island.
That is a location for an item. Good to find that early.
Absolutely. And we already have shield percents.
Enjoy your shield, Ninjembro. This is punishment for Ninjembro ditching that shield at Zora in the last seed. He's gonna have to lug that big ol' thing around all day.
Did not see what was on the Zora ledge.
It was a red rupee, so I don't expect that Ninjembro will be going to get that today.
No.
Yeah, we have a great point in chat from Link to the Past Ken that even if Ninjembro wants to get rid of that shield, he cannot. It cannot be eaten.
Yeah, the pickets will not eat those.
It is less delicious than the other shields.
Ninjembro's going to check back of escape.
And this is, again, a good check. Looks like Kaeda is going to head up to check the hobo today. We'll see how hobo works out. This is one of the things that Ninjembro skipped, and
just 50 rupees.
Yeah, just 50. But Ninjembro will be, conscious of, hey, this is a thing that is out there. With the mirror, if flippers show up, not too hard to route that in on the way over to, say, pod potentially.
What do we need for Aga and Swordless? Hammer or Cape to get in. Oh, there's the Cape. Okay, and we got Mitts and Moonpearl. All right,
well then,
we have Dark.
All right. Yeah, we're thinking about dipping Eastern. Ninjembro pauses a little with that loaded sash closet, and says, I'll go to Dark World. Yeah, why not?
Okay, if we had to do Aga, it would be Hammer or Cape to get in, and then Hammer or Bugnet to reflect Aga's attacks. So of course, you'd logically need the lamp, but we don't need to worry about that today.
And Kaeda taking a different route here, heading up to do something.
Yes.
Maybe tree pulls?
Climb the mountain.
No, go into the mountain. Okay. Also getting that nice bomb refill and going up the mountain. Out of logic at this point, but not a lot of attractive options in logic. On Ninjembro, remembering that bottle, I was like, I don't recognize these dash lines. Where are we going? We're going to Sit Kid.
Yeah.
And I recognize these dash puffs from Kaeda, using a little bit of that dash dust to navigate through the old man rescue. And I think we're going to see Ninjembro go right for Dark World now.
I'm try to powder the dead rocks.
Yeah. It didn't work, but it was good game knowledge.
All right, Dark World map check. Green Pendant Pod and Pendant Thieves Town and Red Crystals.
I'm glad you're able to pick all that up, because my brain cannot parse that very quickly. I swear I have, like, the slowest map checks known to mankind. I just, like, sit there and, like, click through my tracker on everything with the map up. Or invariably, I open the map a second or third time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaeda is up the mountain now, out of logic, but, you know, it could just be the lamp to bring us up the mountain shows up over here, like, in Thieves Town, and Kaeda is getting around a big part of what is ostensibly an optional chain. No fear of Fireless Hera here, and gets the big key, so...
Alright, so... not basement locked today.
Yeah, we're not getting quickly rejected.
Oh, and there's the hammer in the front of Thieves Town.
Yeah, that's very big for Ninjembro. Don't really want to see Thieves Town without the hammer a lot of times. Now, Swordless, a little different, but still not super high on going into Thieves Town without hammer. And so hammer showing up in Thieves, especially in Pendant Thieves, potentially big.
Yeah. Alright, and hammer's gonna mirror out. Only finding that the hammer's the only item in the front.
And Kaeda is not going any further in Hera. Not going up. Just getting those early checks out of the way, and then heading right to Sash, which is, of course, where, you know, he needs to be. Going to get that glove, cape, and moon pearl.
Yeah, I mean, Katie couldn't defeat Moldorm with what he's got right now.
Yeah, it was just a matter of, you know, the upstairs checks. So, could have deemed them a little too slow. I don't disagree. I think that was a large part of what might have kept me away from it. But once you make the mountain play, it makes sense to just kind of keep going.
That was 29 bigs for a fake sword.
Were it a real sword, I wouldn't feel as bad about it, but the game has kept all the swords away from us.
It has.
And chat is thinking about that casual boots with the green 20 boot, but you know, we're just playing swordless today. The layout a little misleading.
We're getting hammer pegs from a jumper now. Pretty rare to see it this early. Oh, it's the lamb.
Oh, and there's that proper mountain access, so that'll be you know, interesting for Ninjembro to see, you know, when he gets up there. Chat asking already about the pedestal. We've got Pendant Desert Pod in Thieves Town. So there's a lot of spicy things that can show up. We know where the cane is already, but
yeah, Hookshot, flippers, both rods.
Yeah.
Potentially a medallion, flute.
Flute, yeah. There's a litany of things. Probably like 6 or 7 different entrants, or items rather. Luckily, we found some of the things that could have been there, and hopefully we find more of them.
Yeah.
Let's see, we have some Dark Eastern here from Kaeda, and Ninjembro gonna grab that purple chest. So notably, Ninjembro did not choose to complete Pendant Thieves after getting that hammer. So, isolating at least one thing there.
Or piece MK45. Of course, I'm gonna check Stumpy now and just get bombs.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna see Kaida probably get that bottle turn in if he hasn't yet. Oh, he's gonna get the B turn in. And then the bottle turn in, and then probably Dark World, same as what we've seen from Ninjembro. Up a handful of checks, up that Lumberjack check, the early Death Mountain stuff, and Hobo, none of which has really paid out all that great. But we'll almost assuredly be finding his hammer fairly soon.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, if you have a good bee, you can, if it flies in front of the bottle vendor, you get 100 bees.
Yeah.
Don't think that works with regular bees, though.
Yeah. If you have a regular bee, you can also release it near the bottle vendor because he's a jerk. But it doesn't net you rupees.
Alright, Hype Cave. After seeing all we saw in Mini Moldorm and Saw's Closet, I don't have high hopes with this. Oh, it's another bottle. And
hey,
Boomerang.
Blue Boom! Blue Boom is fine. Blue Cane also actually really nice and swordless.
For sure. Yeah, that was a very blue cave.
Yeah, there's at least one thing of bombs. And there's the hammer for Kaida. We'll see how much of Thieves Town Kaida chooses to play today. I think we're getting that mountain from Ninjembro, and I think we're going to see that Lumberjack check now, since he's over sort of in the same space.
Yeah.
I like this call. Seeing those 10 arrows, and I think we're going to see him go up the mountain. We'll have a few more options. Can get over to East Death Mountain with that hammer. Also has a fire source to do Hera Basement if he needs to. But there's a lot of mountain ahead in Ninjembro. But yeah, Kaida also leaving Thieves Town off of the front four, so no divergence there if it turns out that that is the thing. Yeah, it's going to be a while. Did we just see Ninjembro basically pumping his walk through the old man cave while headed to the right? It doesn't work, buddy. Or it works, but it doesn't do what you want it to do.
Yeah, Spike Cave is a thing, too. But it doesn't have full magic, only 3.5 words. Might not be the best idea to go for right now. It is in logic, since he else has a bottle.
Yeah, if we see like a fairy bush or something, I could see getting that knocked out, but I'd rather get to, the 13 or so checks over on the right side of the mountain.
Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna head in the hair now.
Oh, Blue Boom already showing up. Kaida, of course, was up here. No Blue Boom, no hammer, so I had to be using bombs for all these crystal switches. So nice being able to save a little bit of his resources. And we see Kaida kind of tackling the same sort of Dark World routing that we saw from Ninjembro, just knocking out very similar checks. Not surprising at all. Can be really good to just find anything useful, because when you don't have a sword, a lot of those things that you normally don't care about as much start showing up real big, like that blue cane. I guarantee Ninjembro was like actively excited to see it.
Yeah, for sure.
And we are seeing that upper Hera stuff from Ninjembro. Of course, he will be able to beat Moldorm. So for anyone who's a little curious, yeah, the layout's wrong. This is a game 4. As the score indicates, the score is correct for Blue Balls United versus Bottles on Empty. Ninjembro has scored Bottles on Empty's lone win so far, and Maximum Barnage and I elected to make him responsible for it and send him out again in game 4.
Yeah, after playing a hard MC shuffle earlier. Game 5 is co-op veterans, so yeah, there's no mode choosing for game 5.
Yeah, there's a lot of time to discuss that if it looks like it may come up, but there's a ton of swordless seed ahead of us right now. But game 5, yeah, if it happens, would be Matcap and Red Kitsune of Blue Balls United versus Maniacal and Maximum Barnage for Bottles on Empty. I, of course, hope to see that. But
interesting.
I'm also just very interested in seeing a good swordless race.
Absolutely. Yeah, this swordless can get very interesting. Hera basement is useless today. So we found both items.
Mm-hmm. And Ninjembro does pick up that first crystal, though, so isn't going to have to double dip Hera today. Does get his single arrow out of Spiral Cave. Excellent. I'm glad we won't have to open that in any other chests. Pod is safe today.
And we're gonna see Paradox. 7 checks. There's some money at the bottom.
So I've just realized my least favorite thing about Swordless is there is a high probability of being asked to do hammer Smoldorms here and in other locations. And yeah, I approve 100% of this blue cane thing. Sure. Let's do more of that.
Oh, that's another green 20 that would have been a sword.
So just a fairy in a bottle really is like kind of exciting things. Not unhappy to see it.
Does a single arrow replace the extra bow? Because in this mode, the bow and silvers are combined. Ooh, flippers on Floating Island.
Yeah, so thanks I hate it adding an extra single arrow into the item pool.
Yeah, and we had already seen King's Orb before we saw Floating Island, and it's Bombos for Turtle Rock.
How are we ever going to open Turtle Rock if we have no sword to use our medallions?
The hammer will allow us to do that, but you have to do it on top of the thing on the floor. Nothing in Super Anime. Oh, that was a rod of some sort.
Looked like an ice rod here on Pyramid. Now I'm starting to look at like what's the other 5/6 crystal with Hera. Swamp. Okay. Yeah, with flippers, mirror hammer, we'll be looking to see a hook shot. And if so, then Ninjembro probably gets to it pretty reasonably. If hook shot is somewhere devious, then that pyramid could be a while.
Yeah. I'm gonna get catfish now. Ninjembro goes to get the flippers.
Yeah, so Barnage pointing out in chat, these flippers lead us directly to a cane. And that cane could, send us a number of places. Nowhere really yet, though. Not a lot to do with it, and heading back over for that that spike cave check. We'll see. Ninjembro might be planning to use his bottled fairy here.
I'm gonna use Burna. Okay, still gonna be good there. Oh!
Ooh.
I guess that's kind of key under the mat.
That's scary, is what that is.
Yeah, Ice Palace is a thing now.
Yeah, so guess we're headed there. Cool seed. And Ninjembro looks like he's going to go grab his cane, and we'll see if Ice Palace is the next thing. Right now, I don't think he has enough magic to use his medallion, so I don't know if we've checked the stun prize yet. Looks like that might be on Ninjembro's mind too. Come on, Decanter. No, not today. He was thinking what I was thinking.
Ice Rod was on the Pyramid Ledge.
Yeah, with flips and mirror, Ninjembro may choose to get that hobo check in here as well. It looks like he's just going to do it directly via swimming and abandoning the portal. Not too bad with hammer. And Kaida into Hera, also going to get his first crystal. Ninjembro cleaning up this hobo. We know it's just 50 bucks.
Oh yeah, the flute, if that shows up, yeah, that could definitely chase the Denver away from that Ice Rod.
Yeah, the good thing about it with that Ice Rod there is, even if it's one of those things that you isolate for super long, you can at least save your laser bridge portal if you went into Turtle Rock looking. So, you know, not convenient, but I think it's unlikely to burn him too badly, but we'll see.
Looks like he's gonna buy a green potion here.
Yeah, buy a green, drink it, buy a blue. Seems a strong call ahead of going into Swordless Ice.
Yes.
And an extra blue for good measure. Don't hate it. 7 heart. Yeah, 7 heart hammer Ice Palace. I think those cold stare puffs do 4, so you know, only really 1 hit to give on current load. Or no, he's got blue mail.
Yeah.
I'm less concerned now. He's got multiple hits to give on cold stare, so Ice Palace seems great.
Alright, time for Ice Palace. Yeah, you have to use Bombos on the floor on the floor markings, otherwise it won't work.
Yeah, it's quite cool, some of the work that has gone into sort of adjusting the game to make this swordless mode work. Since it's not what we get to see sort of every day, I think it's always nice to kind of appreciate some of those extra little room edits, adding the Bombos medallions on the floor and things like that.
Yeah, and since there's no Bombos medallion on the floor here, you can't use it on these Gators.
Unfortunate, because it's one of the better things to do with them. I guess Swordless is a great reason to learn Bomb Pen Gators. Also, Bomb Pen Gators looks really cool and is fairly quick.
Yeah.
but as someone who has been teaming with Ninjembro for months and also has been a friend of his for much longer than that, I can say that I don't know anybody who is better than Ninjembro who is more resistant to learning new strats. So if he's got something that works for him in a room, good luck getting him off of it.
Nice fire rod.
That is, in fact, a nice fire rod. That does kind of make Turtle Rock look a little scarier, though. And the red Tektite did not care for that blue boomerang.
Ice Rod is on Pyramid Ledge. Found 2 items in ice so far. Well, Ped can't exactly be silvers. He has 1 its bow as silvers and 2 pendant pod.
And looks like Ninjembro is saying that 2 items. We're just gonna roll with it. I don't hate the call. Does he have 3 items?
I counted 2.
I got all distracted by that fire rod, so it may be that he just had like an oops up input, fell down the hole and just said, we'll make a call about whether to go back or not.
Already took a hit.
Yeah. This fire rod is gonna be a big game. Let's let that puff die, get drinking one of these blues.
Okay, we did find all 3 items in ice.
Okay. Oh, the 300 was the third. Yeah, for whatever reason, my brain did not parse that 300, so good looking out for Kirby fan. Honorary tracker. Also, shoutouts to our actual tracker, Mindful Beast, who's dealing with the tracking application, eating those inputs like a champ, making sure those items show up. Remember, 2 crystals down now. Ice Palace out of the way. That's always good to, have that one off your radar. So interesting that Ice Palace is requiring this Spike Cave play. So
yeah,
looks like Kaida is going to finish with Spike Cave. Not surprising. Kind of a nice way that Death Mountain broke. It's got a clean route where you don't have to isolate Spiral or Spike. No bad splits today.
I think the Jabro's heading off to do Skullwoods now.
Yeah, this is just letting the seeds string you along with the required items you find. And until he hits go -1, where it's Ice Rod, it's not going to be punishing that he's left the Ice Rod over on Pyramid unless he finds himself in Turtle Rock. So that really is the big thing that Kaida currently has sort of in his pocket. And Gembro. Okay, there we go. I'm a little traumatized by watching my teammates' mummy statue rooms lately. And so every time anyone goes in that room, like it brings back memories. But he makes it through. Red Cane is great there. And Kaida in a very similar post. So, I mean, it's pretty natural, right? Like, post Spike Cave, you get the thing that puts you in Ice Palace.
Yes.
And you have no magic, so both runners heading right for the Witch's Hut to buy that green into blue. And Jimber getting a little bullied here in the back of Skullwoods. Does, still have green and gets the powder off on the anti-fairy there, and has a small key to give, so we'll see how his Hammer Moth looks today. I actually really like Hammer Moth as a fight, but I don't like up hitbox Hammer Moth, so I'm feeling, well, not great about this, but so far so good.
Yeah.
Nice
Very
fight.
nice.
Yeah. I mean, you tell me I'm doing Hammer Moth, I will take that fight all day long. Kaida about to get his Canis Samaria. A great pickup ahead of Ice Palace.
And Jumper going back into the skulls. I don't think we found either item yet.
You know, I've been kind of watching to see if there's any sort of divergence from Kaeda, and so wasn't really paying close attention. But the bow there, great find in back of Skullwoods.
Yeah, and you immediately get silvers in League Swordless, so you don't have to go hunting for silvers, including possibly having to just get the hint from Ganon, because no one wants to do phase 4 Ganon with Hammer.
It is in fact not fun because you can't do hammer spins. The timing is fairly tight. Doable, but unlikely to go very quickly. Oh, and Kaeda getting the memo on that Bombos.
Can't use it there. Yeah, that Bombos Medallion spot means that's where you can use it without the sword, but Katie realizing there's no Bombos marking on the floor here, so you can't use it.
Yeah, the frantic boof, 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 sort of beeping of, I'm trying to use my item game, let me. Belying a little bit of the realization there. But cleans it up nicely with Hammer and had that fairy.
Looks like Big Chest is going to have the last item in Skullwoods.
Yeah. Or no.
Wait, did we find the second item?
Ninjembro thinks he did, so I'm going to believe him. I'm seeing a lot of hook in chat, but I don't think we have the hook shot yet. I think that's one of the few things that we still really do need. I would hope I would have caught that.
Gonna be Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah. Good to get this out of the way. Have so Ninjembro is going to, with that bow, have access to a nice route that Barnage was kind of talking about. I kind of disagree with how exactly it manifests, given that he still has Catfish outstanding. I think you just are going to take the portal back, go over, get Catfish, Pyramid Pod, kind of right in sequence. And looks like that's what Ninjembro is going to do. So unless he decides to just blow by Pyramid and say, I'm totally willing to say that for whatever reason I'm confident that Hookshot is not on the Pyramid, which would be a silly thing to do, I think he'll probably find his ice route here soon.
Oh yeah, Front of Escape's the thing we haven't seen yet.
Kaida into his Cold Stare fight. We'll see how he handles his puffs. Ninjembro's puffs got rowdy right away. So hopefully Kaida's able to... Oh, no.
Oh, AL got away too.
Those puffs. Yeah, is going to, get some of that fire rod use in. Man. Fire rod showing up in ice is just such a relief. And cleans it up with, really just that one potion. Looks like Ninjembro is headed over to get his ice rod. So, with Ninjembro knowing about Turtle Rock, there's potential for Front of Castle, but he has multiple crystals ahead of him. It just depends on how he feels about Pendant Pod, I think. But he's saying no castle for now.
I can do Eastern.
Yeah, I'd like to see just Eastern and then Turtle Rock, just keeping the crystals in front of you. It's not that hard to get back over here for Pod.
Yeah.
But we'll see what he chooses to do. I wouldn't fault anyone for making a more consolidated play and just trying to hit the dungeons you're in the area of. And so far, nice, fairly linear seed. Kaeda heading for Skullwoods with that Fire Rod. Could have also headed to Turtle Rock at this point, but who wants to do an extra mountain climb? Let the seed give you your go mode off the mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, cool approach there by Kaeda on those Baris there to use the cane block. The runners both doing a really nice job of showcasing sort of unintuitive or unconventional strats, given that they have access to no swords today. So maybe a good time to remind everyone, if you have not yet given our runners a follow, definitely do so. All the teams that have made the semis in Open League are absolutely worth your time to follow. And these two runners are fantastic examples of why. Doing a great job here today. The bot is unfortunately not participating, but Kaeda is the last A is a 4 in his Twitch stream, and Ninjembro is written as it looks.
It's a 4 replacing the last day.
Exactly. Kaeda Rukal 4. Not much going on here in Eastern so far. With Ninjembro seeing that Fire Rod could have led him into Turtle Rock just as well as it could have led him to the bow in Back of Skull. I wonder how inclined he is to try and push things behind the bow.
Yes, there is a time of day, and hey, the layout's been fixed.
Hey, welcome to our layout. We do have a swordless game 4. Really nice Hammermoth from Kaeda as well. And shout-outs to our admins and all the folks on the back end making the stream happen who aren't as visible as our runners or the commentators, but are absolutely instrumental in making this thing go off without too many major hiccups. Yeah, this is potentially the setup for a Game 5 scenario between these two teams, so I got my fingers crossed. As much as I didn't want to find myself in a Game 5 situation, suddenly you're down 0-2 in a series and you're like, man, I hope I get to play a Game 5.
Yeah.
Your perspective changes real quick when that happens. But also, more rando is always good, and
especially when you get into Veterans, that's a fun mode.
Ninjembro maybe a little ahead at this point. Now that he has his Ice Rod, I would say closer to a pure lead. Still a few checks that Kaida has, I think. Or no, we've cleaned up Lumberjack Hobo. We've gotten back to Pyramid Catfish. Yeah, this might just be pure lead at this point for Ninjembro. Basically a dungeon. But I can't recall. It's possible Kaida has a couple checks. But definitely still either runner's race, and Ninjembro is choosing to make that pod play, saying, you know, the bow didn't get me anything in Eastern, and it was behind that fire rod, which is a pretty deep sphere. I don't hate this decision. And ooh, we are immediately bow locked, so that's
bow locked.
That is a good redemption of the decision to chase that bow here.
Yeah, pod is effectively 6 items since it's a green pendant. Hook on Ped and Flute in Desert is not possible, I'm pretty sure. The Desert being a pendant, and hooks on Ped, you need Flute to get in.
Yeah, unfortunately, that specific layout can't happen. Or maybe fortunately for our runners. Ninjembro, true to my earlier statement, has refused to learn his cane stair clip in pod and is just going to do this the traditional way. But, you know, maybe if I razz him enough while I'm commentating his races, I'll eventually get him to learn some strats so he's even more better than me.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm okay with it as long as he's on my team.
Yeah. That's our second item, I believe. And our third.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I think you probably are playing Green Pendant here if you're committing to pod this way, but we'll see how Ninjembro feels about it. And looks like Kaida is going to make that Turtle Rock play, not take the bow to Eastern and just take it straight over to Turtle Rock here off the Fire Rod. Maybe assessing that the Pyramid Ice Rod is a location to try and leverage. But, you know,
Yeah.
Not sure. It's definitely just like a fork in the way the game has presented itself, saying the bow is not enough of a draw and I'm going to stay on this Fire Rod.
And there is an item on Helmasaur King.
And looks like it's going to get found, so if this doesn't turn out anything, this pod's looking like a straight time loss for Ninjembro.
Did have to make a detour to pick up a key, though.
Yeah, it's one of those things that comes up if you don't do all of the front of pod, but we see that he does get to benefit by skipping the known key there in the vanilla big key chest.
Yep. As we found 2 non-keys in the front. No hook shot for Katie, so has to do this the intended way.
Yeah, good memory of not taking extra rides around the room.
Small key and big key.
You said Helmasaur does have an item in addition to the green pendant, or just the green pendant?
Both. 2 items, basically.
Okay, yeah, so 2-item play here. I like it. I especially like if it turns up something that's good, but either way, I think that this is a good choice for Ninjembro. And we'll see what Turtle Rock has today. Right now it's got mean chomp patterns. Man, left chomp, please, dude, get with it. We're trying to hit some switches.
All keys so far. 3 small and 1 big.
And Ninjembro is into his Helmasaur fight. Green Pendant Helma here. With that bow, though, very easy to just finish off Phase 2 of Helmasaur King. Good fight from Ninjembro. And is rewarded with just some bombs.
Yeah, Silvers do make like Landmillas will die in 1 hit, Helmasaur dies in 1 hit on second phase, Argus will die on 1 hit in its last phase. Mitris dies on 2 hits. Yeah, it's Silvers are very nice for a lot of these bosses. There's the hook shots.
Wow, there it is in Lava Chest. So I think after this Green Pendant turn-in, Ninjembro's next play is Turtle Rock. So I think that pod play is going to end up in the space of the runners are fairly close to even, given the disparity in Eastern. It depends if Turtle Rock kind of turns up everything else that Kaida's looking for.
What's this flute from Go?
Yeah, so Laser Bridge Flute. Even if it's Swamp Flute, I think that's probably the next thing for Kaida, so looking like he will be able to save some time on Ninjembro and probably stay out of pod this seed.
Alright, we might need Quake too. Because we can't get to the mire. Oh, there, okay, there's the flute,
Well,
so that's
okay.
Schrodinger's Go mode.
Interestingly, they're in 2 of the spots that we want to try and skip when we go to Turtle Rock and Go mode.
Yeah, TR, if Mire, we don't need Quake for Mire. Is that?
Yeah, Kaida is going to continue making checks here on the off chance that it is Quake.
Flute and Hook both in TR. Hook shots, Lava Room, Flute, Big Chest.
One thing I don't understand there is the big chest before Mimic play. Because, like, you hit your potential Go in big chest. You're thinking about, well, maybe if I'm going to consider myself Go -2, like, I'm doing Mimic either way, apparently. So why not just do it first?
That's what, yeah, I mean, for all we know, we could be in Go mode, but
yeah, I mean, we just watched the best possible play out for Kaida there, and still went back and did Mimic Cave. So, like, it's a minor thing, but those little things do add up.
we have to go Quake hunting. Desert Palace as another play. Oh, there's our last green 20 that replaced the sword.
Someone has taken my recommendations and gone and followed the runners. Maybe hold off for now. Or go follow aggressively, as y'all are apparently want to do. Now, this is 10 minutes ago, so, shouts to whoever listened to me 10 minutes ago. We're reaping the rewards of that now. Ninjembro also getting left chomped. Like, left chomp, man. Why you gotta do this? Expecting some powder here.
Alright, time for Trinex. Hammer Trinex.
And we see that Laser Bridge didn't really turn up anything for Kaida, so we'll see how Ninjembro chooses to respond to presumably finding his hookshot and flute. I assume that the first thing is going and finding out if we're actually in go mode, activate that flute, get over to the mire area.
Yeah.
But then, how he wants to handle items in Swamp, for instance, like pure go mode or full clear, depending on whether you need that Quake. Here's that hookshot. Do you do hookshot cave while you're up here on the mountain if you're Kaida?
An interesting question. Probably not.
I'm leaning yes. Especially if you were that thorough in Turtle Rock. On the, if it's here, how bad is it for me versus how much time am I losing to go look at it right now? But, we'll see how the runners do it. Looks like Kaida is going to go make that play over to Hookshot Cave.
Alright, so yeah, I don't blame him.
No, I think that this is entirely consistent with the philosophy with which he did the rest of Turtle Rock.
Oh, and not here.
Yeah, but red mail for your troubles. Not too bad. It's one of the few remaining things we could have found that would have been decent, like that, and honestly, Bugnet, or some of the best remaining outs. But yeah, Kaida is still gonna have to go complete Eastern, but I think we're pretty close to even here, assuming that Meyer isn't that Quake Medallion. All in all, this has been a fairly quick seed. We'll see if it holds up with the Meyer result that we're about to learn. I think Kaida was setting up a spooky there.
A moment of truth.
Pretty heavy favorites.
It's Ether.
And, yep, is Ether, and we're going right on in.
We are now officially going.
Ninjembro also is going to do the laser bridge checks here, it looks like. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him also finish off Hookshot Cave, playing very conservatively.
Eastern Big Key was on the first cast, but they both are. Kaida has dipped it and does have the big key.
Yeah, Kaida did an early Eastern dip. I don't remember how far. I think he went to Vanilla Big Key chest.
Yeah, everything except the arm-ups.
Yeah, so just needs to run back through the dungeon. Whereas Ninjembro probably going to do that Hookshot Cave check, and then head over to Meyer after activating the flute. Good, getting the menu there, not going to have to wait out the explosion of the head. one of the tougher things about executing Hammertronics is to get that pause there on that last hit on the left head to get the menu over to the rod.
And on Kata's side, we did get a Godmire.
Yeah, so both runners will get to benefit from that one, but not a lot of screen-to-screen time for either runner in Meyer, so that's good. At this point, I'm wishing I had paid closer attention to how Kaeda routes Ganon's tower. I think Kaeda does the same thing that Ninjembro does, so it'll be an interesting way to kind of assess the lead post-Eastern, just see where the runners are relative to one another. We'll be looking at Ninjembro's Misery Mire Crystal Catch against Kaeda's Eastern Crystal Catch.
And with Silvers, this will be a very quick bitty fight. Yes, if this is a tie, they will run the same mode again. So the way ties work in the league is if the two runners finish within 2 seconds of each other, they'll get retimed, and then if they were determined to finish within 1 second of each other, then it's declared a tie, and they will run the same mode. So they'll play. So these two will play another swordless seed.
Yeah, we're far away from that still.
Yeah,
so
still got a lot to do. Still got to do Swamp.
Yep. Oh yeah, so it'll be, I guess, Ninjembro's Swamp Crystal Catch versus Kaeda's Eastern Crystal Catch at this point.
Yeah.
This is a better route. Ninjembro, hedging has been playing conservatively, much like Kaeda, and does say, well, I want to see if it's Quake and then go right into Meyer Shed. But I think we are in for a pretty great finish for this race. This is shaping up like it's going to be pretty close.
There's really no need to check any chests here. You're not getting better mail. You've already got your bow with Silvers. You're not finding a sword.
Yeah, I think the only thing is Bugnet.
Yeah, that. But you're not really gonna.
You're not going out of your way for it.
Yeah.
Oh, Kaeda, just a little bit extra lag here. Not too bad though. The lag in those rooms is super weird. And Ninjembro does dash. Looks like he's trying to preserve that spooky action. We'll see if he has it. I didn't catch whether Kaeda had it work for him or not.
No.
Okay, so not hitting the first switch because we never went to left side. All right. A little bit of a time save here for Ninjembro then. And whatever that was. Chat says that wasn't spoopy at all. I am pretty spooked by it, I'll be honest.
which is not very fun and swordless.
This is no one's favorite fight. Unless you like menu times and resent quick swap. Oh, and one of those puffs I think got re-aggregated there by the greater Argus cluster.
Yeah.
The nucleus pulled one back in on Kaida there. But going for some nice double hook pulls here. Got that one. A little bit of spaghetti here, but overall, the fight's going pretty cleanly.
Yeah.
We'll see if Ninjembro is able to save any time here in Swamp.
Alright, now on to phase 2.
And a good snipe there. And Kaida's going to get the Swamp Big Key in the worst possible spot there. And then the crystal, which is the part that he cares about.
And 6 crystals just needs to go to Eastern now.
Yep, Kaida to Eastern versus Ninjembro going through Swamp here, and we'll be looking for the time between those crystal catches. Oh, Kaida is not going to Eastern.
Kaida?
Kaida definitely didn't go to Eastern after getting a bow. And Eastern is a crystal. So I'm going to file this one in the oops pile right now, unless I'm missing something. I think it's much closer than some in chat think, because it was really, an Eastern against a Go mode Swamp, both of which are pretty fast. I think it was pretty close between the runners, but we'll see what happens here. Unless Kaida knows something we don't, though. This is gonna be just a strict time loss. And with a race being this close, that's gonna, potentially end up being pretty big. We've all done this. Yeah.
Yep, and just realizes now.
It feels awful. We've all done it. But yeah, it does remember Eastern. Ninjembro going to have a pretty significant lead out of what I thought was going to be fairly close to even. Unfortunately, I didn't time the delta for that mountain climb because I just didn't expect it to happen, honestly. Like, you never expect it. It does happen.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly how much time that did lose. Ninjembro choosing to go for Ice Rod Cold Stare here.
Okay.
I don't know if or Ice Rod Argus rather, not Cold Stare. I was thinking about the Frostier Puff, but does nicely. I don't know if he's practiced that or not, but it was nice.
Alright, go ahead and throw your numbers in chat where you think the GT Big Key is going to be. How do you defeat Ganon Swordless? The hammer will damage him.
Yeah, so Ninjembro, like many, has made his decision about his GT routing, and will die with it. And so is going to grab some potion, but we'll see how he chooses to get through the tower in a few minutes and where that big key ends up. And nice Argus there for Kaeda. Or Armos. I cannot say any boss names correctly today. You know, I appreciate your kindness in not just being like, "What the heck, maniacal? Can you speak?" But yeah, that boss spaghetti. It's okay.
We all have our days.
Something like that.
I can't tell you how many times I've misspoke.
Yeah, it looks like rather than Kaeda being up a mountain climb, Ninjembro is going to be up roughly a mountain climb. But yeah, if the mountain climb is any indicator, this was going to be, without that Armos situation, or Crystal situation, really incredibly close into GT. Ninjembro is the first one to GT with all of his crystals, so will be the first one into the front door. But Kaeda not going to be far behind, honestly.
Alright, and Ninjembro enters at 1:16:02. Or 1:16:01. Ninjembro's going to start in Hope Room.
And we'll see if... okay.
Okay, so nothing there, so gotta go left.
And no small key in Hope. We'll see if Kaeda decides to do anything crazy here. Off of... Like, I could see making that tile room play after having the crystal situation break that way, but... I would expect Kaeda to route pretty much identically to Ninjembro here.
So these will be 4 through 7. Now there's the shuffle. And 5 it is.
Okay.
And Kaeda's going to go left, so this will save some time.
Okay, yeah, so Kaeda may have been plotting something, but we'll end up just finding that that big key a little faster. And a nice red mimic drop there. Wow, these red mimic, the drop pool is fantastic. Full decanter and a fairy there for Ninjembro.
Very nice. Time for the gauntlets. Or the gauntlet.
Yeah, this is anything but trivial. These rooms, Ninjembro doing excellently so far. I mean, both runners have played great so far today. Oh, then this. Thanks, Blue Zazix.
Yeah, Ninjembro did buy blue potion. I don't know what is in Katie's bottles.
Yeah, we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ninjembro go for the powder here. Wow, he's dodging
Many things.
Or
many
things.
or whatever you call it.
Yeah. And Kaeda's going to use the bow. Probably, if things go cleanly here in the next couple of rounds, probably going to save a few seconds. And then this is going to use that blue a little preemptively.
All right, a 2-cycle land though on Ninjambro's side. So they were 30 seconds apart entering the gauntlet.
Yeah, we take 2-cycle Lammo when you powder the anti-fairy and don't have a gold sword, so that'll work out. And Kaeda, because of that blue potion, a little bit better of a situation, and is able to clean it up in 1 cycle. And similarly, Wizrobe's 1 here. Or Wizrobe's 2, rather, sorry. Good bridge pattern for Ninjambro. Oh, Kaeda.
Kaeda taking a fall. Yeah, it just means
Capes it through. Yeah. Don't know if Ninjambro has enough magic to powder to clear the fairies here, but I think we're just going to see him just go grab that decanter with already at full health and get on to Moldworm 2. Clean Moldworm 2 from Ninjambro. After the late gauntlet spaghetti, very clean from Ninjambro. And basically 121.01 into Aga 2. This is not a trivial fight.
Yeah, the hammer is not easy to reflect Aga's attacks.
Oof.
Hasn't gotten a... Yeah, this could...
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Ganon isn't very trivial either, so this is far from over. There's 1.
Oh, and that one flew way wide. Oh, and we're desynced now.
There's 2.
2, okay. And Kaeda, we'll see how Kaeda's Hammer Aga is.
That's 3 hits. Okay, it is 1. That's 4. Ninjambro's 4 hits.
Ninjambro's gonna have to use a blue.
Okay, it is 2. And it is 3. I think Ninjambro's still on 4.
I think 5. That
Okay,
should be it, yeah.
That's 6, okay. And I think it is on 4. Yeah, this is a good pattern. But the blue ball gets in the way. I think that's 5. Oh, wow. This is
Kaeda saved
very close.
A lot of time there. Ninjambro will be the first to drop into Ganon, but will it matter? Quick reminder in these cutscenes, follow the runners. You've enjoyed this race.
Right, Ganon fight starts at 123.02 for Ninjambro. And about 123.15 for Katie, so they're about 13 seconds apart. And Ninjambro used a potion during Aga 2. Okay, there's the blue. Alright, Ninjambro cannot take any more hits.
Those firebat dodges had me feeling a certain way.
Jump on phase 3.
Mooglepie's bringing up in chat, I believe Ninjimbo does still have a fairy, but I don't know if he has time for a fairy cutscene. At this rate, this is nuts.
And Ninjimbo gets torch glitch. Oh! Oh, okay, there's the fairy. Okay, Katie's got one shot. Okay, I think they each have one hit. Okay, that's 2. They each hit. Okay, that's a double for Katie. That's 3. If we can get a double here. Nope, not gonna get a double. Okay, and Ganon down for Ninjimbo.
Oh my god. And for Kaeda.
Okay,
wow.
Again, 2 seconds is what triggers a retime.
And let me see, do I have the race room open?
3 seconds apart in the race room.
Okay, looks like
Ninjimbo takes game 4, and we will have a game 5.
Wow. Good game to both of our runners. Oh my gosh. This series has been absurd. And Ninjimbo is carrying bottles on empty on his back. Back from the brink of elimination to fight another day, as we are joined by both Kaeda Rukawa and Ninjimbo. Holy hell, guys. GG's.
Gosh. GG.
GG.
What a finish.
I mean, imagine not choking at the end. I'm so dumb.
If you watch it back, Kaeda, I wouldn't even say so dumb. Like, you probably gained a bunch of time just on Aga 2. Ninjimbo's Aga 2 was something to behold,
Anyways.
So you had a great end game.
Yeah, whatever. I lost it on Easter anyways. That's not a... I mean, that's the point of why I lost,
yeah.
I guess. Easter and maybe the route I was checking now and I did not enter pot, so my route wasn't that good, for sure.
That is fair. So I guess, Kaeda, you both found the bow in the back of Skullwoods, and it was pretty sort of lockstep to that point. You made the choice, because of already diving Eastern early, I'm guessing, to go up the mountain to Turtle Rock. That's what sent you there over Eastern, or had you already tracked Eastern as completed?
I was going to do Easter Palace after finishing Misery Mire, but I totally forgot. I went straight to Swamp Palace.
Yeah,
that happened.
Makes sense. I mean, it sucks that that's sort of how this one ended up being differentiated. But like I was mentioning at the time, like, we've all done it. Like, everyone's gone to Ganon's Tower on 6.
Yeah, and also the execution is not the best by my side, so I still need to improve some stuff.
Fair. Sort of the same question to you, Ninjimbo. I guess when you got the bow in back of Skullwoods, you took that over into Eastern and Pod.
Oh yeah.
How are you feeling about that versus when you got that ice rod? How are you feeling about Turtle Rock?
So, well, first things first. I forget where the ice rod. Oh, it was on Pyramid. Okay. So I was on my way to Pod Eastern, and I found the ice rod, right? And
Exactly.
I had already thought about, like, I'd already had a Turtle Rock dip in the back of my mind, like without ice rod. But I was like, no, let's finish this chain because there's like 4 overworld checks or something like that we get on the way to Eastern Pod. We haven't even dipped Eastern yet, so that's 3 items in a crystal. Pod is effectively 6 items, and I'm thinking to myself, like, if Pod is bow locked, like, this is a very deep check. Which really made me want to follow through on the Pod play, and it just came up with absolutely nothing, which felt really bad. But at the same time that I'm making that play, I'm like, I don't think that this play is so unreasonable that I'm the only runner out there that does it. So I felt bad. I didn't feel completely destroyed by it. When I effectively found my go mode in Turtle Rock, it felt a little bad in hindsight. But all in all, like, I felt that my execution was very, very good. With the exception of the last room of Gauntlet and Aga 2.
Those are ones to point out, yeah.
Or was it the last room of Gauntlet? Like, that one was
It was the last 2.
Okay.
It was like Red Zazix and the
Red
ice floor.
It was just Red Zazix in general.
Yeah, Kaida had a little bit of trouble with them as well, but they definitely weren't as rude.
And like, I felt really good about how the first couple rooms went, so I was like, oh man, is this just going to be a really, really good swordless gauntlet? Because, like, full disclosure, like, this is a mode that I basically never play unless it comes up in mystery. So, like, you know, I felt those rooms went as well as I can expect them to, with the first couple going better than I expect them to.
All right, which I guess, Kaida, that brings me to a good question here. When we were talking yesterday about the potential for a game 4, you were pretty quick to pick swordless. How had you thought about the mode, or what went into your pick of swordless? Looks like it was a pretty good pick.
I played swordless last week too, because I did not play Team Brosia. I don't have the experience yet to play that mode in a tournament, so that's why I picked swordless. I would have picked hard map compass shuffle if it was available. So it was one or the other.
Fair.
I'm okay with swordless. I mean, I can how do I say? I do play safe and just react to things the same way as I play open or casual bots or whatever. So it wasn't a problem to go with swordless.
Yeah, you both actually played pretty safe. With Hookshot and Flute showing up in Turtle Rock, you both full cleared the rest of the dungeon on the potential of Meyer being Quake, and both went to Hookshot Cave while you were both up on the mountains. So there was good thoroughness on the part of both runners in this one. It was nice to see sort of you guys trading blows with conservative play.
I don't remember when it was, but I do remember I was in a race one time where, like, basically that exact thing bit my opponent in whatever race it was. It was like everything for go mode except for possibly a Meyer medallion was like in Turtle Rock, and they just like rushed Trinex or rushed Laser Bridge and left an item on Trinex or something like that, and Trinex had the medallion. I'm just like, I'm not getting burned by that when it's like an extra couple seconds to do Laser Bridge and like an extra 40 seconds to do Hookshot Cave.
Well, full disclosure, Ninjembro, I don't know that you had a couple extra seconds in this one, dude.
Yeah.
But I was really sweating it when you took the ferry refill in phase 4 or phase 3 or whatever it was.
Yeah, that was intentional. When I saw I was getting the fire bat, I felt pretty good at that point, and I didn't want to risk a Ganon fall or just anything stupid. So I was like, I have the fairy, like just take the death, get revived. Like this fight is over.
That was smart.
Like I wasn't avoiding that bat in like any universe whatsoever.
So, Kaito, I guess I don't mean to interject, but I know that you also like to go and chat over on the Bolas Azules, if I'm pronouncing that right, channel.
Yeah,
So,
that's okay.
if you're waiting to go interview there, I wanted to be sure to give you the floor to see if there was anything else that you wanted to say here.
Yeah, sure. Thanks again for the stream. It's a shame that I lost it by something stupid like forgetting to go and finish Easter. But whatever. I'm happy I finished that close to something good as Ninjambro. I don't usually have the chance to play against people as good as you, so I'm happy. I mean, I started playing last year in November, so it's okay. I'm still making some progress. Let's see how it goes this year. And yeah, thanks again for the stream and GG's.
Yeah, GG.
Thank
Have a
you,
good night.
GG's, Kaida.
GG's.
Looking forward to seeing how I guess
let's see game 5.
Red and Matcap match up against me and Barnage in the co-op Retro Cross Keys Light of co-op Retrants.
Yep. Look, you guys put me in the position for the doubleheader. Now the ball's back in your court.
No, I know. I was on the phone with Barnage earlier today. Like, dude, he's gonna do this. He's in the zone. He's dialed in, and you almost didn't with that pod play. But yeah, I mean, you carried Bottles on Empty back from an 0-2 hole to even to have a shot at taking the series in 5. Blue Balls United not gonna want to, do the old Golden State Warriors here and come out to a great lead in the series and then find themselves, on the brink of elimination. But we'll see how it goes. It's going to be an exciting game for sure. I think it's a good time to maybe pivot to chatting about that. How are you feeling about that Ninjambro and getting to watch?
So I'm feeling pretty good and hoping that I do get to watch. It will definitely be an exciting game for sure. As Blue Balls United have shown yesterday and today, we cannot take them lightly as a team.
Yeah, I mean, it's playoffs. You can't take anyone lightly.
Yeah, like every team that made the playoffs for a reason. And, as you get further in playoffs, the matchups are just going to get tougher and tougher. Of course, this second round being kind of the one that's on most people's radar, just because this round is the one that is the cutoff for making it to Invitational versus not making it to Invitational. And then, after this, it's just all for the glory. But I'm excited to watch the Game 5. I think it should be a really exciting one. Both of the runners that you guys are playing against showed really good skill and execution in the races. And I think it'll be really cool to see the practice that you guys have been putting in to see how that pays off, because, you guys have been practicing and I haven't been seeing any of it. So it'll be really cool to watch. But yeah, it's exciting to be here as part of this team, since I was with a pretty good team last year. We just barely missed the playoffs, and this year making it to the playoffs, it's been really fun.
Yeah, I'll echo that for sure. I'm maybe feeling a little more anxious about it, but yeah, I mean, Matt Cap and Red both played excellently in their races early in in the first 3 games of the set, and I have no reason to think that they won't play excellently in Game 5. So Barnage and I certainly have our work cut out for us. I'm looking forward to it. I think that the series, I mean, it seems like all 6 players really kind of know what we're playing for, which is that invitational invite for next season, and everyone's bringing their A game every game, so it's great. I guess VXR, was there anything else that you had? I think I got through most of my questions that I had for the runners. I mostly wanted to rib Ninjembro about his trash Agate 2.
Agate 2 it's not easy when you don't have Bugnet and you have to do it with Hammer.
The weird thing is I've done it with Hammer and Swordless in the past on ladder, and I don't remember the timing for hitting the shots back being so weird, but like I just wasn't getting the timing down tonight for whatever reason. That's definitely something if we make it past here and I have to play a Swordless again in the future, that I'm gonna, shocking to everybody, sit down and actually practice it a little bit.
What? Shocking to everybody indeed. Yeah. That was... So did you have another blue potion at that point?
Yes.
Okay. I thought you did, but I wasn't sure if my... Oh yeah, it's on your menu. You each had a blue potion. I see.
In hindsight, I might have been able to menu to the blue potion and waste a little less time getting fire batted.
Yeah,
But,
probably.
I wanted everybody to be on the edge of their seat, it's I wanted it to be a 4-second race instead of like a 7-second race. Kappa.
Something like that.
Honestly, after I hit done, I saw like race finished, and I was like, oh man, they must have forfeit. Like right after they saw me finish, and I was like, oh my goodness, that was a finish, not a forfeit.
Yeah.
It was intense.
Yeah, by a margin of 3 seconds. Ninjembro forces the Game 5 for the right to go to the Invitational League for Season 5 and to advance to the semifinals of the Open League playoffs.
Yeah. Looks like Barnage and I have our practice to get in, so I think I should maybe try and get off the interview chair and into the practice chair. But was there anything else that you wanted to say, Ninjembro?
Just the usual. Thanks you guys for doing comms to the tracker Mindful Beast and to everybody working behind the scenes to make the stream and all the streams happen. And to the admins of the league for putting this all together. It's I feel like a lot of the behind the scenes work that goes into it is really underappreciated. Just kind of in the grand scheme of things. So definitely want to shout them out for putting on such a cool thing.
Absolutely. Big thanks to everyone who helps this, and of course big thanks and props to our runners. That race was pretty darn crazy, and I'm looking forward to Game 5, and hopefully I'm going to be able to live up to the quality of the series thus far. Anything else, VXR? I'll let you take it home.
I don't have anything else, so I guess we can wrap things up now. Make sure to give our runners a follow.
Yeah, I don't see anything else for the Open League on the schedule, and I'm not sure about the Invitational League, so just keep your eyes peeled for upcoming games on the schedule. Blue Balls United is a Europe-based team, and Bottles on Empty is North America-based, so it's likely we're looking at next weekend for that Game 5, but keep your eyes peeled. I'm hopeful that it'll be worth watching.
Actually, a bunch of invitational matches have been scheduled. It is the conference semifinals.
Well, that'll give you something during what should be a more off week for Open. So, I guess what's coming up next on Invitational?
Yeah, that'll start with Titans versus Did You Check Your Boot? Another swordless seed. That'll be 5:40 p.m. Eastern on Monday. So yeah, in the Open League, we already have on this half of the bracket, Bottles and Empty versus Blue Balls United of their Game 5 winner faces Last Locationers or In Rod We Trust. The other half has already been decided. JKLOL and Oops All Foxes have advanced to the conference finals and thus gained promotion to the Invitation League for Season 5. Yeah, keep an eye on this, as we said, keep an eye on the schedule as more league playoff matches pop up.
It'll surely be great. Yeah, thank y'all. Have a great night.
Until next time, have a good night.